Most people spend their time thinking about the past and future. This causes them to neglect the only moment that truly matters, the present. Literally no event occurs in the past or future. The past is simply a collection of once present moments that have passed, and the future is simply present moments that will come. Without understanding this deceptively simple fact, many people are letting the flow of life and their ego kill them. If you want to never feel stressed again and actually enjoy life rather than let it control you, keep watching. What is up, YouTube? For those of you who are new here, my name is Aidan Helfant. I am an upcoming freshman Cornell University student who makes videos on all sorts of things. I like to help people make their own journey through life by sharing the various things I've learned over the course of mine. Hopefully through the process, we can all come out as happier, healthier, and more fulfilled people. Today we're going to be talking about another one of the most influential books I have ever read. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a book that serves as a guide to enlightenment. In this video, we're going to look further into this idea, the idea of detaching from your mind and ego, and finally, the ways that the book have changed me for the better to give you an example of what to expect if you follow its philosophies. The basic premise of the book is that the greatest moment is the now. There is no other more true and real moment than the present moment, as the past and future are simply versions of already occurred or soon to occur present moments. Since the present is the only moment where things happen, it's almost pointless to worry about the future or past. That's not to say that thinking ahead is worthless, but more to highlight how most people think way too much about these things. Pay attention. Almost everything will fall into place if you do. Don't think about revisions in the tax code or anything else. In Latin, age quod agis, do what you're doing. To resist the present is to resist life itself. If something happens that changes the course of your day, you must accept that it is what it is and move on. There is no point in resisting, as doing so will only make doing the task even less enjoyable than it already is. Living in the present, however, does not mean surrendering to it. Not all pain, of course, is within our control, as we all experience challenging moments like loved ones passing away. That being said, you must accept these tragic moments for what they are. Doing so will limit the quantity of pain and length of this painful period dramatically. Living in the present simply means accepting what happens to you now and changing your future actions because of it. All the while doing so without resistance or negative feeling. The second idea taught by the book is the idea that we are not our mind or ego. The ego is the part of your mind that controls your thoughts and behaviors. It's your self-image and feeds off of past memories. Focusing on these memories will often lead to worries about the past and more significant anxiety about the future. These emotions are what prevent us from living in the present. The pain of these memories is compounded by the fact that we have no control over these events. The one thing that we do have control over, however, is the present. Your ego is the voice inside your head, the entity that constantly says you aren't good enough and gets mad at others for the pettiest of grievances. It is that thing that stops us from living with inner peace. If we want to truly live without resistance in the present moment, we need to accept the fact that we are not our minds. You will find that once you take this outsider's perspective, it can be truly liberating. You will no longer judge yourself for having thoughts or self-doubt or hatred. It isn't you. Instead of hating yourself for your thoughts, simply observe them. Listen to what your ego is saying and laugh at it for its childish nature. You don't have to listen to what it says. You will find that the longer you take this outsider approach, the easier it will be to detach from your mind and thoughts. The philosophies taught by the Power of Now have completely changed my life over the past few months. Before, I lived much of life outside of the present. Whenever I did something, I was always thinking of what I would have to do next, and the cycle only continued throughout the day. Even though I had a habit of working out in the gym and knew that I would get in a workout by the end of the day, I still couldn't help but think about it constantly until it was done. This made everything less enjoyable. Nothing seemed novel because whenever I did something, I had already thought about it for incredibly long periods of time beforehand. Once I read The Power of Now, however, this completely changed. I began to keep more of a calendar and organize my day better, like discussed in my note-taking vid. I no longer had to constantly worry about or remember things because most big things were already written down and I actively decided to stay present. I enjoy life so much more now and believe that you can too. Stop living life outside of the present. Actually enjoy what you are doing and realize that you are not your thoughts. Once you do this, you will find that the stress and worry you always associated with tasks was completely unnecessary. Even now, in a period where I have 4 AP exams, I have almost no stress whatsoever. Sure, I'm studying for them and doing anything necessary to prepare myself to do well. When I'm not preparing for them, however, I have completely shut them out of my mind and can enjoy other things than worrying. You don't have to be truly stressed ever again. Simply take the words of this video into account and maybe even give the power of now a try. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something along the way. Be sure to subscribe and check out my recent videos on sleep, note-taking, and macronutrients. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye!